Okay, so once you have decided what your business structure is going to be, you want to decide whether or not you are going to have a partner in your business. You will then go ahead and write your business plan. There are plenty of templates. I believe Microsoft Word has templates that are available that you can use. So you can start with a basic business plan. Also, I have a small business startup guide that I published back in, I believe, 2011. I will put the link down in the description space below this video, and you will be able to access it and access all of the templates that are on there. So, when you're writing your business plan, you're going to need to know what your marketing plan is. You're going to need to know what your target market is, where your target market is in regards to location. So, all of the market research that you've done so far, you are going to be putting that into your business plan. So, one of the next steps is you are going to want to fund your business. If you have not saved up money to fund your business, you are going to have to be very resourceful. I don't always like to say fund because a lot of things you can get for your business or get done, you can do that by just being resourceful. Perfect example, time banking. If you need certain things done concerning your business, even creating a business plan, you can contact your local time bank and see if there is anyone who is a member who is able to help with that. And then you give them a donation of your time. If your skill is um, planting flower beds, so you can do an exchange where you are not spending extra money to start your business. Also, you want to try and stay away from small business loans if you can. One definite way to start off in the red is to go and apply for a loan for a business. If you apply for a loan for your business, I would highly suggest, you can do whatever you want, but I would highly suggest that you look into a possible franchise. This type of business is already structured. They already have a marketing plan for you. Some franchises even have website design services that are embedded into your franchise fee costs. So once you establish how you're going to fund your business and resource it, you're going to pick a business location. Again, with franchises, those location finders are kind of built into the structure of the business plan because they understand that location is key. A perfect example, a lot of times you will see an old national bank located in the same plaza with like a Starbucks, and that's very strategic. So when you're dealing with franchises, you will look at them. If you're building your business from the ground up, you want to look at how franchises operate, how they market, how they position themselves in the community, okay, at major thoroughfares. Now, as a startup business, a lot of times you don't have the funds initially to afford a prime location, but you can be very resourceful. And if you have good negotiating skills and possibly a good partner, anything is possible. So don't be afraid of what could possibly happen or what you could possibly not have access to. The key is to position yourself strategically so that you can be open to any possible opportunities and be prepared for those opportunities. If somebody has a question about your business, be able to do the elevator pitch. The elevator pitch is when you can tell somebody about your business in the time that it takes to go from one floor to the next floor in an elevator. Okay, that's why it got its name, the elevator pitch. So that's part of being prepared. As a new business owner, you have to always be prepared for opportunities and be able to pitch your business, summarize it, and explain it to somebody in elevator pitch style. So once you find a good location, consider parking, consider safety, consider other businesses that are nearby. All of those things, residential areas, apartment complexes, high rises, all of those things are essential because those are potential customers. Okay, so as you begin to market and you can distribute flyers easier when it comes to having a dense core population around your business location. So location is key. You want to decide whether or not you are going to do a brick and mortar location. Or are you going to have your business online? Is it going to be a mobile business like a food truck or a coffee stand? Um, as I stated before, if you are like a yoga or a dance instructor, you don't necessarily have to commit to having a regular brick and mortar space. You can actually rent out studio space and time. And also, think big if you are able to, if your resources allow you to, think big and possibly create a space where you can rent out space or time for other yoga instructors, Zumba instructors, dance teams, all type karate, people who are just getting started. So you can be a hub for other businesses that are being started, and also have your section of time that's slotted out. And so what ends up happening is you have other components located in the same place, and it's also bringing you business. You have to advertise. That's an easy way to advertise: word of mouth. If other components that are similar to yours are coming into your space and renting it, then other people will know about your business just by default, by being in the presence. So as you decide like your business location, you part of determining what your business structure is determining whether it's brick and mortar, online, mobile, or any of those things, or even from your trunk. Now, don't laugh, because some people can sell from their trunks. If you are a veteran in the United States, you can qualify for what is called a peddler's permit. So veterans are allowed to peddle. You have to go through the right channels to contact your Veterans Affairs office, and they should be able to point you in the right direction. But a peddler's license allows you to be able to get goods wholesale and basically peddle them. So we've all seen the peddlers. Some look legit, some don't. That can be done with a peddler's license. So when I say out your trunk, I'm not talking about popping your trunk and having mixtapes and CDs, because people do that. But there is a legit way to do that as well, particularly if you are a veteran. All right, so moving on. If you have not already chosen your business name, go ahead and choose your business name. If your business name is unique to a specific product that you created that is proprietary, consider getting your business name trademarked so that nobody else can use it. And also, there is a research feature on the Library of Congress and the Department of Patents website, and Patents and Trademark. That's what it is. U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. There's a research link that allows you to look and see if any patents have already been put out, any trademarked names are already out there, so you can't trademark the same name. So you'll be able to do that research. I will include that link in the bottom of the description box in under this video. So if your business is geared towards a specific product and has a specific name that is attached to that product and it's proprietary, you invented it, nobody else can claim it, you want to get that trademarked ASAP, okay? Also, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, because when it comes to trademarks and patents, if you have something that is a new technology, anything that can be patented, try to keep it under wraps and be very selective with who you share that information with prior to you filing for your patent. The reason why is because, unfortunately, there are some dishonest people who will take your idea and run with it. Okay, so if it's new technology, like a perfect example, there's this ball, I think it's called Dribble Up, where you can dribble in the sensors in your phone, pick up the where the ball is, and so it helps basketball players develop their dribbling skills. Okay, so that's a perfect example of a type of new technology that hasn't really been put out before that I know of, and so that name would need to be patented and trademarked. That's just an example. Okay, so if your information, your business is proprietary and contains that, make sure you get patented. If you discuss your business with anyone, make sure you have a non-disclosure, non-compete, non-circumvent agreement that they can sign to ensure that they don't take your idea and run off with it and share it with somebody else and go around you and forget about you, and then you're sitting there wondering what happened. Okay, so don't be scared to ask people to sign a non-disclosure, non-circumvent, non-compete agreement. Okay, sometimes that's the cost of doing business, and any true business person will be able to respect that and appreciate it. So once you've established your business name, register your business with the Department of Revenue, the Secretary of State, and the Department of Workforce Development, particularly if you are going to have employees. Okay, you want to get registered with the Department of Workforce Development. You're going to get your tax ID number, your employer ID number. That way, when you start doing payroll and those kinds of things and creating W-2s at the end of the year, everything is legit, okay? And it's accounted for, and Uncle Sam is not going to come knocking on your business door, rifling through your files because you didn't keep the paperwork and you didn't properly structure your business, okay? So that's very important. The financial part is very important when it comes to managing your business, your startup business. Even with a franchise, there are built-in structures to help with the money management aspect. So you want to create your online presence. If you know are going to have a website or have social media links or a LinkedIn business page, all of those um, platforms are available to you to help you promote your business. So use them. Okay. They are platforms that people are familiar with. And plus, when you start building your website, you can easily integrate the plugins from these platforms into your website so that they are linked and user friendly. So, for instance, if you have a feature that is a login feature for your website, you can create a developer account with pretty much any major platform and be able to have people log in easily, simply through Google Plus, Google Chrome, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, all of those. All right. So as you establish your website, your web presence, you want to be able to be integrated with existing larger platforms. They kind of are a way to piggyback and expand your brand in half the time, as opposed to building it from the ground up and not being involved with any of those integrated networking platforms. So don't be scared of it. They're pretty user friendly. As long as you know how to read and follow directions, you can very easily integrate your website. And if you don't feel confident in doing that, hire somebody, outsource it, find somebody you trust, get a referral, and have them set that up for you. So it can get pricey when you're dealing with any type of web developers or designers, but look at Thumbtack. There are lots of different options you have out there. If you're interested in finding out more, you can leave me a message and I'll help you navigate that as well in a private consultation. So you definitely want to invest in quality graphics and website design. When people go to your site, they need to be able to scroll. It needs to be responsive. So if most people, use their cell phones to navigate things these days more so than laptops and desktops. So your website needs to be smart. It needs to be responsive to different methods or modes of access, tablets, all of that. So you want to invest in quality design, okay? Even when it comes to your graphics for your flyers, handouts, business cards, banners, car decals, any of those things, you want to the best investment that you can. Don't break your bank doing it, okay? But if you can set up a budget, have that come out of your marketing budget and include those types of things in your planning phase for your business. Okay, moving on. Get referrals. If there's something you don't know how to do or something that you need done, find people who have had it done before and Find out who they had do their work, and if they're willing to share the information, then follow up with it. If they are not willing to share the information, that's okay, because you can easily go to, like I said, places like Thumbtack, and they have reviews that people leave. Look at the reviews. Take your time, read the reviews, because the last thing you want as a startup business owner is to have limited funds or a budget for something and you end up throwing your money away because you didn't take the time to read reviews and find out whether or not this person or group is credible and reliable to deliver what you need. So the next step would be document all of your expenditures from day one. So when you go and you file for your status, whether it's sole proprietorship, LLC, LLP, or a corporation, you are going to have to pay some fees. Okay. So be prepared to do that. And also keep a tab, keep the receipts. All right. You're going to have your receipt book. You're going to operate, when you're operating your business, operate on the 3-book rule. Okay. The 3-book rule originated from, I'm from the South, so you guys can probably tell because of my accent, but Southern churches, I would hear pastors say, you need 3 books to run your church: the hymn book, the accounting book, and the Bible, the holy book. So when it comes to small businesses, you want to keep that similar mentality, that similar format when it comes to running your business. You want to have your accounting book, you want to have your policy book, and you want to make sure you have your inventory book. Keep track of everything you have, from the equipment that you use to produce, to seal, to package, to the products that are actually going out. Okay, you'll divide that book into 2 parts, like copy machines, printers, all of that, and then you'll have your inventory that comes in and goes out. That way you're tracking, and you don't get in a situation where, if you are in the retail space, that you have customers who are coming and asking for something and you don't have it because you haven't been tracking your inventory. Okay, there are websites that assist with that. Find them, use them. Okay, so that is something that can also be integrated into your website as well, is tracking those expenditures, tracking your inventory. So document, document, document. So if Uncle Sam comes a knocking one day and they do an audit, you have everything right there already. All right, save all of your important business information in one place offline. Do not store everything online electronically, for several reasons. As wonderful as technology is, sometimes it does fail. Okay, there are cyber attacks that occur all the time. There is hacking. There's business intelligence operations that go on that people don't even know about, where businesses hack other businesses to find out what that business is doing so they can steal proprietary information. So there was a situation, quick story time. There was a situation where a printing company was basically able to scan copies of documents that would be shredded or scanned, and copies were being sent elsewhere, and it was proprietary information. And yeah, you want to make sure you keep backups of all of your documents so that you always have originals. Okay, and keep them in one safe place. Get a lock safe deposit box. You can keep your business documents there, or a fire safe box. You want to also make sure that you keep any passwords or anything like that in physical form, written out, in one safe place. Make sure they're continually updated. If you have new accounts that come up, make sure those account numbers are written in there. Make sure all the passwords and access codes and everything you need for getting that information quickly. And if something were to happen to you, your partner or whoever picks up the ball for you can easily grandfather into that position, to that role, without there being a bunch of questions. Okay, so that leads to my next very important step. As a new business owner, it is a huge responsibility that you ensure the longevity of your business. Okay, part of that is making sure that if you have a will and living testament, that you update it to reflect your wishes and what you want to happen with your portion of the business if something were to happen to you in the case of your untimely demise. Okay, so unfortunately, it's a reality. Things happen, And if you don't have that will in place and you do not have any business partner, then if you have a spouse or children or somebody who could have potentially taken over and ran the business for you and kept that alive and kept that legacy going, and maintain your customers and all of that, then there's nothing they can do. It's such a strenuous legal process to get the power of attorney that's not already been given. So you want to make sure you structure your business and your personal affairs when it comes to your will, so that the people who need to pick up and carry the ball are able to do it seamlessly. Okay, so make sure you keep your will updated. I suggest, based on the volume of your business, I would suggest that you do that either quarterly or yearly, um, semi-annually for some. All right, so let's see. What's the next thing I had here? Okay, you want to develop an exit strategy. Okay, so developing an exit strategy is basically troubleshooting and pre-planning. If this happens, then this needs to happen, and that's a part of having your policies books. You can do your exit strategy and put it into your policy book, and you can also include it into your business plan. An exit strategy, a legit exit strategy, is not just saying, okay, so if I'm not making $500,000 and I'm not self-insured and able to completely work full time for myself in 3 years, then I'm closing this business. Not so much. Okay, you want to have a very strategic, detailed exit plan so that you're not losing money. Okay, because if you invest in a lot of products, like maybe wholesale purchases for your business for retail, you need to have a strategy for liquidating those assets in the case that something happens. Okay. For instance, if you decide to go ahead and proceed with a business loan, a small business loan, you need to be able to ensure that. Okay. So ideally, you would already have something for as collateral. Like, let's say you have $10,000 in the bank and you borrow against that $10,000. Okay. So that means the business loan that you took is already insured. So what happens is, if your business fails, then the bank already has that 10,000. They'll swipe it up, pay off your balance, and then cut you a check for what's left. Okay. Now, let's just say you are able to completely pay off the $10,000 business loan. That's small, but let's say we're just doing a food truck or something. Okay. So you can start a food cart or a food truck or coffee cart for $10,000. So, or a bouncy house business. So let's say you get that $10,000 loan, and for some reason something happens. Let's say you're in a car accident, you're unable to start your business, but you've already taken out that loan, and you have to forfeit that $10,000. It's already secured. Okay. In a best case scenario, you start your business is booming, you picked the perfect location for your coffee cart, and you're grossing already $10,000 per month. Okay, so you're able to pay off that balance and also start investing back into your business, get multiple coffee carts, and spread them out throughout the city and possibly even franchise. So that is the best case scenario. You need to be prepared for either one of those scenarios. Part of having an exit plan is understanding that things happen, natural disasters happen, financial disasters happen, things that are beyond your control, and you need to make sure that you're ready to deal with it. So exit plans are not always negative. What if somebody decides, this is a legit brand, I like what you have going on here, and I want to invest, I want to purchase your business from you. Okay, so as part of an exit plan, having a solid exit plan, or at least an outline of an exit plan, will help you know what you are willing to sacrifice and what you are not willing to sacrifice. If you've ever watched Shark Tank, it's a perfect example. People go in with their business ideas and they need help. And if they have a really good business idea, those sharks are going to swarm them. They're going to come after them because they know they have a good business. Okay. So if you are able to follow these rules and know you have a legit business, and somebody comes to you and offers you $150,000 for your business, what's your exit plan? Are you going to buy it? Or excuse me, are you going to allow them to buy it? Are you going to cash out? Are you going to have stock options? Are you going to have stock options for your children or your spouse? Okay, it's something to think about, particularly when it's a proprietary business and you are the main inventor and you have other things that are attached to that. Okay, so have your exit strategy. Um, Include that in your business plan. So next thing, if your business is data driven, all right, so if you have large databases full of customer information and subscriptions, any of those things, make sure you invest in cloud storage or an external hard drive. Okay, back up your data. Okay, I have a story time and we're not going to get into that as a whole nother video, but imagine, let's just say this, imagine investing $40,000 into a business. Okay, and because of the amount of work you're doing on your computer couldn't really handle it. Your servers end up getting fried. Your motherboard is just fried. And guess what? You don't have an IT person. You don't Geek Squad can't help you because it's higher level than Geek Squad. You almost would need an FBI forensic um, IT person to come and restore your computer, but you didn't have any cloud backup. Your external hard drive um, is fried as well. Trust me. Trust me. You do not want to go through that. Okay. So make sure you back up all of your data, particularly if your business is data driven, if you have all your automation features, you know, in place, you have your spreadsheets downloaded. If you have a large amount of inventory, if you have like maybe million items, make sure you have your external hard drive or your cloud storage backup for everything. Okay, so even with standalone websites, you have particularly ones that are built with SQL, you are able to download all of your data and save it in a zip file and store it away. Okay. So do that. Regularly back up your databases. So whenever you make any purchases for your business, like I said, laptops, printers, any marketing materials, um, like let's say you decide you're going to start printing your own marketing materials and you get a screen printer, get warranties for everything you purchase. If you get a phone for your business, a cell phone for your business, make sure you get the best warranty. Okay. That protects you in case something happens and you need to replace or get those devices maintained or maintenance. Okay. So if it's applicable, make sure you get your warranties. If your business, we've already went over the proprietary information. Only share information about your business, particularly if it's an invention or if it's new technology, as a need to know. Okay, and don't be scared to ask people for a non-disclosure, non-compete, non-circumvent agreement. Okay. So if they want to do business with you, they will not be scared to do that. Excuse me, I need to sip my tea. This tea is the bomb. This is like specialty. It's my specialty. No. All right. So, excuse me. I will share the link to this tea um below. But it's well, I actually grabbed my Irish moss powder. It's not that, but it's my sarsaparilla root and um burdock, no, dandelion root, and I have a little bit of ginger and lemon in it because I don't like to wait until I get sick to start sipping tea. I just sip tea regularly. So I'll put the links to that stuff in there if you guys are interested at all, and it helps with you glow, helps you keep your immune system up as well. All right, so make sure potential partners are willing to sign a non-disclosure. So if anything falls out, or if you guys fall out about anything, you should be able to make sure that they are not going to go and tell all of your business secrets. Okay. Get your contracts in order. If your business requires any type of contract, for instance, if you are renting out yoga spaces and you need to do like monthly rental agreements, make sure you have all those contracts drawn up. The wordings where you're just filling in names and dates. The language can be simple. Contracts.com is a great place to get templates for contracts based on your state, and they're enforceable because those laws are continuously updated and incorporated into those contracts. So have your contracts, put all of your contracts the different types of contracts you would have in a folder and keep that in your office. Hire people for skill. Hire for skill, not for popularity. Unless they are a brand ambassador or an influencer with a large following, do not hire people just because they are your friend. Okay. If that friend has a skill, that's a different story. Okay. Create an employee handbook if you plan on having employees. Update it regularly to evolve and change with the needs for your business. Take inventory of all equipment and products regularly. Okay. Things get lost, things get stolen, things get damaged, and you want to be ahead of that because you do not want to have 20,000 orders coming in and your label printer is broke and you didn't know. Okay. Or your labels are out. So regularly take inventory and know that you are able to put out what you are advertising. Okay. You don't want to put out, you don't ever want to put out below what you're advertising. You want to do what you're advertising or better. All right. An exceptional customer service experience you're doing over and beyond. Okay. What is being expected without costing yourself, without taxing yourself. All right. So remember that 3-book rule, very important. Your rule book, your policy book, your accounting book, and your inventory book. All right. So once you've gotten your business established, you got your location, you have employees, that kind of thing, you want to invest in a good point of sale. All right. A very inexpensive point of sale option is Square Card Reader. It is adaptable for Android and iOS devices. It's compatible. You can put keyboards on it. Those have pretty much, from the small businesses that I've always supported, they have completely replaced that old-fashioned cash register. Yeah, and I have one. I have an old-fashioned cash register. It's not like old school, like metal heavy old banker style. It's like the boxy cash register that's old school. It's dated. You're able to track your sales in a spreadsheet when you use that type of point of sale. So that's awesome. You can pull up your yearly sales, quarterly, monthly, all of that. And you can also add your inventory in SquareUp. So SquareUp is an excellent way to start with a point of sale for your business. As your business grows, you want to graduate from those types of points of sale and like PayPal and start using like QuickBooks. And there's American Express. You can get contracted card readers through Visa and MasterCard as well. So if you have a business that has high volume, you want to invest in a more advanced point of sale. You'll also be able to calculate and input your tax rates for your state in your point of sale, particularly if it's digital. SquareUp allows you to select your tax rates for your state, which is pretty cool. And also PayPal does as well. Stay away from Cash App. Like as a business owner, um, I just can't really imagine going to a business. Let's say we're going to a car dealership and we want to pick out a car, and the car dealer says, "Okay, so our options for payment are just Cash App." Like, no, no. Trust me. When it comes to being a legit business, you do not want to be, saying, I use Cash App for my business. Now, if it's a side hustle or it's just it's not your main business and you just have little clientele here and you're peddling things, that's another story. By all means, if you want to use Cash App or whatever, go right ahead. But I strongly advise against it because it's very new. And I'm not saying anything bad about Cash App, but from a business perspective, you want to go with something that's more established and allows you to do invoicing and that kind of thing and track, and that's credible with IRS. So don't be scared of technology. If you are not an IT person, don't be scared to outsource um, your IT issues or work that you need to be done to a trusted professional. Consider international businesses to complete small tasks. There are actually freelancers as well who can do amazing work for a fraction of the price. So, a perfect example, if you are developing a new app and you want a whole set of new emojis, you can get somebody in another country to do to create your emojis for you for a fraction of the price, as you would here. All right, or you can talk to college students who are majoring in um, mobile app development, that kind of thing, and pay them. They can use the extra cash. Okay, plus they are learning the newest technology, and so to help support college students is a win-win for everybody, particularly here in the U.S. So, like I said, do not be scared of technology, particularly if you are a minority um, woman, veteran owned business, hubs owned business. Do not be scared of technology. It is your friend. It will help you get the reach that you need, it will help you market the way that you need. Even if you are a complete beginner and you don't know what you're doing, if you can read, trust me, you will be able to market and you will be able to go far. Um, don't be scared to consider a franchise. There are franchises that are $5,000. Bounty house franchises less than $10,000. So there are lots of options as far as franchises. If you don't think you have the time or resources to truly build a business from the ground up, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a structured, proven business plan. Make sure you go through a franchise broker. There are lots of websites that offer franchises that you can, and if you get to a point where you want to franchise your business, you can also put the your business on the franchise site for a commission. Develop a 1 and 5 year plan and timeline. So have an idea of where you want to be in that first year, in that second year, year five. Usually around year 5 to 7, if you make it past 5 to 7, you have potential to be a long-term business. Long-term business. So develop a when you develop your exit strategy, develop it all the way up at least until that 7 to 9 year range. Okay, just to be safe, and you never know what's going to happen. Be flexible. Uh, some uh, some businesses take off slow, some take off extremely fast. So you will need to be flexible. If you have a product that is high demand and people catch on, they like it, there is a possibility that the demand could exceed your supply. Okay, so you need to be able to be flexible, be very resourceful, okay, without compromising the quality of your service or your product. You want to just remain flexible. Do not panic. Do not close your business down because all of a sudden people want what you have and you aren't completely positioned to give it to them. Communicate with your customers, let them know. Um, right now, because of the high demand, we are, taking back orders. We value you as a customer, and we appreciate your patience while we make sure your products get to you. Okay, communicate, communicate, communicate. Emails, text messages, posts. Make sure your customers know what's going on. If you ever experience exponential growth like that, some business owners fold. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm gonna be honest. But some business owners fold. They'll see and they'll feel overwhelmed and they'll feel like there's no way to catch up with all the orders. But it comes down to how bad you want your business to succeed. Okay, so you kind of push through it, use it. That's growing pains. Okay, so that's part of it. Also think outside the box. Don't be scared to think, um, you know, outside of the traditional, ordinary um, business models that exist. You definitely want to go with a business model that is successful, but also be innovative. It's okay to be innovative. All right. Nothing beats a failure but a try. All right. Um, so explore contracting opportunities. If you, let's say, sell emergency kits, explore the idea of having contracts for schools, things like that. Because what happens is those contracts with the schools help you maintain your bottom line, and you can have small retail locations, and you don't have to stay in hustle mode where you're always trying to sell this and trying to sell that. You have a solid contract, and you or bid, or however, whatever type of agency you decide to contract with, you have that solid contract. All right. So it's a sure thing as long as you fulfill your end of the agreement. Okay. One thing to know about those contracts is a lot of times you will be asked to produce your product in mass prior to you getting your payment for it. Okay. For instance, when it comes to government contracting, they will expect you to deliver, and then they will pay you after you deliver. Cost of doing business. So if you're not at that level yet, it's okay. Start small, work your way up. All right. Um, all right. Last point. Set a schedule that is devoted just for your business. Of course, we have life, we have social lives, we have relationships, we have families, we have all these things going on. Make sure you devote a specific amount of time during either a day or your week that is devoted just for your business. So during that time that you have set that is devoted just to your business, that is when you will do more research. Okay, the research doesn't just start at the beginning and that's it. It's a continual process. You have to do research. You have to educate yourself. If you are tired of paying thousands of dollars for people to do your coding for your website, take a coding class. Invest that $1,000 into yourself so that you can be an asset to your own business. When you work at a regular job, they send you to training, don't they? That's one of the first things they do is they send you to training. As a business owner, you have to understand that you have to go to training too. Okay. Your employees need to go to training. You can get it trained to train your employees. Okay. Don't neglect that part. Also, know when it's time to promote yourself. All right. So that you can move on to things and better organize the structure of your business from a bird's eye view. Okay. So, know when it's time to promote yourself. Um, a lot of times business owners we have our hearts so involved into our businesses that we don't know when to delegate, and that ends up stifling the creativity and the possibilities for our business because we're so scared of letting go. You're not letting go and giving up your whole business, but you are learning to step back and allow a natural process to occur that puts your business in a position where it can remain competitive, remain relevant, and stay in the marketplace. Um, Identify trends that are going on with your target market, with your product or your service. Identify new innovations that can help enhance the services or products that you provide. Understand the laws in your area. Like, for instance, if you are a licensed gun dealer, make sure you're staying on top of any policies and laws that govern um, firearm use firearms usage. If you're a trainer, make sure you have the proper understanding of laws when it comes to carrying. All right, take the classes that you need to take. Pay, do that. Mark it as your expenditures. Write it off. Okay, that's a business expense. All right, when you get training and you have to pay for your training and it's for your business, that is a part of your expenditures that you need to make sure is in your accounting book. Um, so the links for the agencies that I mentioned, like the Small Business Administration, the Department of Commerce, the Department of Revenue, and the Minority Business Development Association, um, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. I'm going to put those links below my video. And also, I'm still going to include the ingredients for this amazing tea that helps keep me going and feeling great. I've actually been up for over 24 hours now, and I'm gonna get some sleep. But when this question was asked, I woke all the way up, and so I went and got my tea. And this is something I do regularly. I drink my tea, so I just happen to be having my tea with you guys today. So hopefully this video helps any future business owners or potential business owners that are thinking about it. I know it seems like a lot of information, but feel free to save it, refer to it often. Hopefully, it was clear. If you have any questions for me, anything that I can help you with, um, schedule a consultation with me. Ask any basic questions in the comment section, and I should get a notification. Please subscribe Share. If you know somebody who could benefit from this information, please share it with them. And thank you so much for trusting me with answering this question to the best of my ability based on my experiences and my interactions with others. Have a wonderful evening. And for those of you who are in cold states, stay warm.